What is going on? Del McKay back to you with another 2026 NFL Draft Team Preview. Tennessee Titans. In this video, I'm going to stretch out and score the football unlike Kevin Dyson did. I'm going to go to Arrowhead and run for 200 yards in an AFC Championship game unlike Derrick Henry did. But I first want to talk about Cam Ward and what he was dealt with this season. Can you imagine if Patrick Mahomes started his career in the first game, all he had to throw to was Eric Almanor, Chamir Dike, Van Jefferson, and Gunnar Helm? He wouldn't have been Patrick Mahomes. He had Travis Kelce, Tyreek Hill. I really think Cam Ward was set up for failure this year. They didn't surround him with playmakers. I want to see Cam Ward get better at the end of this season. I really wasn't expecting much from him this year. It would have took a miracle to get this Titans team to the playoffs. But in free agency and in the draft, there's a chance they can surround him with playmakers. I'm going to get into that. But I first want to talk about some of these Tennessee Titans bad contracts. One of them being Calvin Ridley. He's got an opt-out in 2026. I don't think the team will trade for him. If you release him after June 1st, it is $8 million in dead cap. You can save some money. Kevin Zeitler, a 35-year-old right guard, he's been solid for this team. He possibly could retire. Jeffrey Simmons, this team's best player, has an opt-out in 2026. It could be $5 million in dead cap. Would a team trade for Jeffrey Simmons? And would you acquire a first-round pick for him? This is a team that has a lot of holes on offense and defense. I think offensive line, they're good with J.C. Latham and Peter Skronsky. I think those are solid pieces. Is Tyjae Spears, is he going to be a full-time starter this year? I really question if he's ready to go. He's always been a backup to Derrick Henry and Tony Pollard in his career. So he's coming up on a contract as well. And will the Tennessee Titans give him a chance to get the ball on first and second down and really be a starter in the National Football League? But I think you got to hold on to Simmons. If you can get a trade for him and get a first-round pick, I definitely move on from him. I think you got to hold on to Calvin Ridley. But these are three players that I think they're going to get rid of. L'Jarius Sneed has an opt-out in 2026. It's only $4 million in dead cap after June 1st. He's had some off-the-field issues. He's also had some injuries too as well. Nobody really won that trade between the Chiefs and L'Jarius Sneed going to the Titans. I think the Chiefs got a third-round pick for him and turned it into Noel Williams, who's been terrible, rookie corner out of Cal. The next guy is Tony Pollard. He's got to opt out in 2026. He ran the ball well last week versus the Chiefs, but he's approaching 30 years old, and we all know 30-year-old running backs, they don't last very, very long. And they release him after June 1st. It's $2 million in dead cap. So I can really see a possibility of them moving on from Tony Pollard and starting Spears at that running back position. Or maybe, picking a guy up like Breezy Hall or Travis Etienne in free agency. But the next guy is Lloyd Cushenberry. He's got an opt-out in 2026. A center. Solid for you guys. It's going to be $4.5 million in dead cap after June 1st. This is someone that you could replace in the draft. I actually have a plan for the Titans. I'm going to get into the mock draft right now, but possible free agents in 2026. Trey Hendrickson, this team needs to get more pressure. That was one of the things that I talked about with Titans fans after my Crow video when they lost, when the Chiefs lost to them. They need to get better at playmaker. George Pickens is a free agent, unrestricted. Jawan Jennings is also an unrestricted free agent. Those are solid wide receivers that could help Cam Ward out. I already said Breezy Hall, Travis Etienne, Wan'Dale Robinson. Solid slot wide receiver for the Giants. Kyle Pitts, a big tight end, could be a weapon for Cam Ward, and also Kenneth Walker, a running back for Seattle. So let's get into this mock draft. The Titans are picking at 5 right now. I got them taking Ruben Bain Jr., getting Cam Ward's friend from Miami. This guy is one of the best defensive ends in the draft this year. There's a lot of hype around Arvell Reese getting to the quarterback, but Ruben Bain is just as good. Got a crazy bull rush. Really can throw left tackles out of the way. He's just as big as them. I want to say he's like 6'4", 280, but he can move. Possibly he's going to run like a 4'6", 40. Tremendous athlete. Then at pick number 36, I got them taking Kevin Concepcion. Them getting a playmaker too in the draft. Also picking one up in free agency. This free agency coming up in 2026. There's a lot of big names out there. And I think the Titans can pick one of those guys, a couple of those guys up. They got a lot of cap space. I think when I saw it, they were third in the NFL in cap. So now I got them replacing some of these guys that they released after that they're going to release after June 1st. Chris Johnson, a cornerback out of San Diego State, possibly being a L'Jarius Sneed replacement. Jake Slaughter, the best center in this draft. I got them taken at pick 106 and replacing Lloyd Cushenberry. Then I got them taking Parker Brailsford, a replacement for Kevin Zeitler. And then at pick 144, I got them taking Nick Singleton, running back from Penn State. You just never know with Spears. He's been a backup for most of his career. Is he ready to be a starter in the NFL? Or do the Titans want to go to a two-headed monster at running back? So I got them taking Nick Singleton right here. Like I said, there's Breezy Hall available, Travis Etienne. But I just think there's way more holes on the offense than the running back position for the Titans right now. Then at pick 185, I got them taking Bray Hubbard, best player available, safety from Alabama. He's got a lot of experience in big games. Can really, bring a good guy to that locker room. And then at pick 243, got them taking Aiden Fisher, a linebacker from Indiana. So, like I said, there's guys that you can build this roster around. Trevonde Sweat, Peter Skronsky, J.C. Latham, Cam Ward. Spears is coming into a contract. Possible big free agents, signings for the Titans. Hendrickson from the Bengals, George Pickens, Jawan Jennings, Breezy Hall, Travis Etienne, Wandell Robinson, Kyle Pitts, and a Kenneth Walker. So this free agency is going to have a lot of guys out there that can help this offense. One of the worst offenses in NFL history. They got a tough time moving the football. And I think in the draft, you got to go defense with your first couple picks. And that's why I got them taking Ruben Bain and Chris Johnson in the top 70 right there. But Jeffrey Simmons, you got to hold on to him. You got to hold on to Calvin Ridley. That's too much in dead cap, $8 million for me. But you got the options releasing L'Jarius Sneed, Tony Pollard, Lloyd Cushenberry, and then reloading in free agency. So the Titans 2026 needs to be the year for them. These fans need to start seeing results. If they continue to go backwards, if they continue to pick in the top 5, people are going to lose their job. Cam Ward is not going to be the guy, and the Titans will, lose about 5 years of trying to get better because they're going to go backwards as a franchise if Cam Ward is not the guy. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it.